so we've got lemongrass essential oil, dried lemongrass, which you can use either one. Just a container for extras. Tea tree oil, your witch hazel, and some granulated sugar. We've got a funnel just in case we need that, a measuring cup, a pan to dissolve the sugar. You can't forget the container there, the spray container. So right now I'm just going ahead and measuring out some sugar, and we're going to use a half a cup. Okay, so now we're just going to pour it into our pan. There's a half a cup. And now you can use either tap water or bottled water. I prefer to use bottled water, and I have Spring Mountain water, and I'm going to put in 1 cup of water. Now after the sugar is dissolved, if you would like to use the dried lemongrass, after the sugar has dissolved is when you would put in the lemongrass and let it simmer for 5 to 10 minutes. And then you would have to strain it off before you put any of your other ingredients mixed together. But today, for the purpose of this video, I'm going to put essential oils in it instead of the lemongrass, but you can use the lemongrass, dried lemongrass. It just takes one more extra step to strain all the lemongrass out of the sugar water. So we're just putting it on a low to medium heat and consistently stirring it, making sure everything is melted, or actually dissolved, I'm sorry. So all the sugar is dissolved. So it looks like we are almost finished. So once you think that all the sugar is dissolved is when, if you wanted to use the dried lemongrass, this is at the moment where you would do that. Then you would put it on a low simmer and allow the lemongrass to infuse into the sugar water. I'm now going to put this sugar water mixture into the measuring container. Alright, so now that we've got our sugar mixed, we can go ahead and add everything else. So now we're going to put the witch hazel in there, and I'm using 1/4 of a cup. So I ended up getting another measuring cup to put this in. And I suggest you purchasing separate measuring cups that you do not use for food, just in case they don't get cleaned good enough. You can always clean them better, but these I do not use for my food, I should say. So now I'm just mixing up the witch hazel into the sugar water mixture. So we've got 1 cup water, a half a cup of sugar, and 1/4 cup of witch hazel. So now I'm just going to put in some tea tree oil, and it doesn't have a dropper stopper at the bottom, so I'm just going to fill it up in this little tiny cup, which is probably about 1 ounce, and pour it in there. Tea tree oil is an antifungal and antibacterial, while the lemongrass is an actual bug deterrent. And so because we are having sugar water on our hair, you don't want to have bugs flying around your hair. So I'm putting in approximately 30 drops of lemongrass in there. So now I'm going to stir it. Now every time, because the oil floats to the top, every time you use your spray bottle, you will have to shake it up the mixture. It smells so good. And I put the tea tree oil in there because of dandruff is actually cause of buildup bacteria. So I have my container here that I've purchased at Five and Below for $1. And I'm using the funnel just to make it a little bit easier for myself as I'm pouring this into the spray bottle. Spray bottle is a little less than a cup. So I'd probably say 6 ounces. And normally I use, for my spray bottles, I use just a 2-ounce cup. So what I normally do is just use a little bit of water. You don't have to measure it out. It's really up to you. The main ingredients is sugar, water, the lemongrass essential oil, and the tea tree oil. Alright, so it looks like all of it is in my spray bottle. And this is where the extra container comes in, because I always like making more. That way I have it in storage so I don't have to make another batch. So once I run out, there you go. And you're all set. You have homemade, all-natural hairspray. Thanks for watching.